Yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Impact Podcast, where we just dive into the Word, share testimonies, and learn about God together. I am JC, and I'm here today with my little brother, Eric.
What's up, guys?
I call him Eric, but he's also known as E3 Chozen.
Yep.
One of my favorite things to tell people is that my brother makes rap music for the Lord. I'm so proud of him. So Eric, why don't you tell them a little bit about just where that came from, how God has moved and made you this Christian rap artist, and tell us about where you get your name from too.
Well, honestly, I really didn't do anything when it comes to making Christian rap music. You know, God writes my music for me. I'm just glad to be the vessel that He used to be able to, get it out there. E3 Chozen came from, honestly, just, the nickname that I had when I was a kid. When I was doing, worldly music and stuff like that, I had a different name. But when I decided to give my life to God, He told me to change my name and forget who I was, kill who I was, actually. So it's the whole time I already had a name that was given to me from birth, and it's E3, which is just Eric the Third. I'm the third, our dad's name's Eric as well. And I was trying to go just by E3 Chozen E3 for a little bit, but I felt like E3 was just a little bit too short.
And
God always said that I was chosen. It says it in our Bible we're reading today that I chose you. So it just kind of fit with it. So it's E3 was something that I felt like came from who I really am, and Chosen is who I'm bound to be, So E3 Chozen came together, and now that's who I am.
I called him E3 before anyone else, so that's pretty cool, right?
Yep.
But why don't you tell everybody about who you were? You just said that you used to make music for the world, and what did that feel like?
I portrayed a happy lifestyle, but didn't live a happy lifestyle. I always made music pretty much promoting just drugs, money, violence, and stuff like that. And God told me that that's not the message that I should be putting out. I should be putting out the message of Him, the truth, and it just all came just so naturally, you know what I'm saying? I never really had
you should tell them about how you, sat down and when you were trying to write that first song.
Yeah, honestly, the first time that I wrote a song, I remember telling myself that I could never write a Christian rap song. It's just not who I am or who I was, and I feel like I wasn't really good enough to be able to talk about the truth. But then He showed me that He chose me, E3 Chozen, for a reason, It's like He can bring anybody out of that hellhole. And He completely removed all that stuff from my life and decided to use me to make a Christian rap song. So I'm sitting there one day and I'm listening to Zonti. Shout out Zonti. But I'm listening to him and I'm kind of asking myself, why couldn't I make a Christian rap song? And so I started talking to God and asking Him for the words. And He gave me the words. And He continued to give me words. And now I have a whole album coming out for the Lord. You know what I'm saying? So I went from being somebody that can only make music about stuff that was inappropriate and just misleading to somebody spreading the truth through music and have a whole album coming out.
Yeah.
He did that though. It wasn't me.
Yeah. All right, Eric. Well, how long have you been following Jesus? When did you encounter Him? When was that encounter that made everything real and that made that shift in your music?
That's the thing. It's for a long time people thought that I knew Jesus just because I claimed that I knew Jesus.
Sounds like my testimony last week.
I didn't genuinely have Jesus, though, in my heart, I feel like He was trying to pull me in, and I kept running and refusing to do so. So I would, go to the world and stuff like that, and a lot of times I would just completely forget that God was the reason where I am, and He pulled me out of everything. So I kind of, put that, pressure onto myself instead of giving all the, glory to God. So I fell into the world, deeply, really bad, and I was, like I said, selling drugs, partying all the time, doing a lot of things with other people that I don't even want to talk about just because it's that brings God no glory. But He brought me out from that completely, and He did that by putting me inside a jail cell. He literally broke me down and made me get to my lowest point. And in my jail cell, I saw you, and I saw
we went
your
to jail
face.
together.
Yeah, that's something that we'll talk about another time. But I saw you, and it literally was the lowest point I ever had in my life. I didn't know what to do in that moment. But I heard something in the back of my head just say, drop down and ask me for forgiveness. So I dropped to my knees in my jail cell, and I said, Lord, I am not who I need to be, and I am not who I'm supposed to be. Please give me the strength to change. And in that moment, he gave me the courage to want to change and be better. And ever since then, I've just been shooting and fighting to just be better in the Lord. And unfortunately, when I got out of jail, I kind of forgot about that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
I think that happens to a lot of people.
Yeah.
They encounter God in jail, and then life,
Yeah.
that's like
I
not even
said,
a real.
like I was still like testing God. I in the jail cell. I said, get me out of jail, and I'll do better for you. And then as soon as I got out of jail, I said, let me beat my cases and complete my hearing, and then I'll go after you. And then I get on probation, and I'm like, oh, why me, why me, why me? Instead of saying, oh, thank you for literally answering what I prayed for in the cell. Like, probation is the best thing that I could have been on. And so I kept feeling like I wasn't necessarily still the person that I needed to be. I wasn't like the person that he chose me to be. So I decided to get rebaptized. And when I got rebaptized, that's when I literally felt the Spirit just fill my body and show me that I am chosen for something better. I'm chosen for something greater. And what came with that was true passion and true love for what I do and the things that I do and the blessings that he's been giving me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, for a long time, I feel like I didn't have the capability of caring for something, and then he washed that away, and now I care too much about him. Not even too much. I don't,
You can't.
you know, you can't really
Yeah.
care too much, but it's like everything that I do, I just want to glorify God with it now. And so that's why I started making the music that I do. That's why I stopped doing the things that I did of the world and continue to just completely strive to be more like Jesus, because when I went under that water, he filled me with him. I would encourage everybody to go get baptized. If you ever feel like you're alone, just give it all to God and show him that you're willing and capable of doing more, because he doesn't really ask for much. He asks for your heart and your mind, and as long as your heart and mind are set on him, he will take you out of what you were and make you who you need to be. And I'm a walking testimony of that, you know, so.
It's so beautiful. Of course, as your sister, I've watched all of
Yeah.
this growth, and I'm, so grateful to God and what he can do. But just like you were saying, like when you were going through the process of jail and you were going through the process of the hearing and then probation and, being upset with God or not giving him glory for what was going on, you were, at one point in your life, you were kind of putting God in a box, right?
Yeah.
But
Like he wasn't capable of doing something that he's more than capable of doing.
or even just that what you're walking through is still, his hands are still on that. Like
Yeah.
you weren't really seeing that. And that's so normal. I know some of you, I just shared a little bit of my testimony, but the way we grew up, like we didn't have examples of what it was like to follow Christ. And so you're out here, you're trying, you go through a season of falling short, which we all do. We fall short of the glory of God and not having that real connection relationship. And then you just one day, well, actually, you got baptized at a show, right? Was it when you were performing?
Yeah.
So
And
God was
what's
blessing you
crazy
even
is,
when.
Remember, I was talking about Zanti. Zanti is the reason why I started making music. The weekend that I got baptized, Zanti was performing. And I remember having a prophecy from God that said that when I start making music for him, he will make things happen. And I told my brother that one day I would be on stage with Zanti. The day that I got baptized, Zanti brought me on stage, and guess who baptized me?
Zanti. I knew this.
And Holy
cheated.
Gabbana, and Joe Turnbull. Shout out all three of them.
Love them so much.
Yeah.
But that's just a testimony in its own. Is like you literally were putting God in a box, and as soon as you gave it all to him, he answered prayers. He fulfilled the prophecy that he gave you. He gave you more than you could ever imagine. And what about now, Eric? Like I feel like you're entering another new season, and God's doing more than you can imagine now.
Yeah.
What does it feel like, looking back on who you were and how far God has brought you? Like, what would you say to like little Eric?
Well, I guess what I would say is that the things that you feel make you happy will never truly make you happy unless you glorify the Lord first. I felt like being a part of the world, I always felt happy in the moment and crushed afterwards. But now what God is doing with my life now, I feel happy in the moment and fulfilled afterwards. You know what I'm saying? It's like everything that I do now, it has purpose and it has meaning and it has something to motivate you to want to keep living. Like for a long time, I felt like I wasn't worthy of his glory and I just didn't even want to be here anymore, but like as soon as I decided to center God and center everything around Jesus, it just like something filled my heart with joy again, happiness, compassion. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't feel that for a long time. And as soon as I let God into my heart again, I felt what true happiness really felt like, So the main thing that I would tell Lil E is keep going to God. don't let anybody judge you. Don't let anybody feel like you're not worthy, because God already is judging you, and God already knows that you're worthy. So continue to fight for him, and don't do things of the world, because the world has no meaning, and the Lord has everything that you could think of.
Yeah, so good. Eric, before we started, I asked you what you would consider your life verse to be.
Yeah.
I know this because you have it as a tattoo and everything.
I do, yeah.
I know it means a lot to you, but the word says in my Bible, if the world hates you, you know that it hated me before it hated you.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you, Eric?
We crucified a perfect man. So why would I try to be perfect even though I'm not, for acceptance of the world? And the world hated a perfect man. So no matter what I do, no matter what I feel like is right, the world is still going to hate me. And so why would I try and be of the world if the world has no meaning? It literally killed a perfect man. So what sticks out to me the most about that is, why chase acceptance when they didn't even accept the one person that came to save them? You know? So I stopped chasing acceptance or approval from the world and only want acceptance and approval from God. And that's what I feel like that verse is like really telling me to do, is like, I love you, so who cares who hates you? Let the world hate you, because guess what? They hated him first.
Yeah.
And his love surpasses all hate from the world, you know? So
yeah, coming out of that dark place, you know, you shared even like there were days you didn't even want to be here.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I know you more than anyone, but we've been through a lot, and you know, then running to the world to try to find love and to try to be approved and accepted from literally the hands of the enemy. Like, we're in the enemy's hands, in his playground. We're going out doing these things, and it's hard, it's heavy, and our lives were a mess in that time. So now that you've experienced God and you've made these changes, I just want to hear, I think it would be beautiful to know what you think God thinks of you now and who you are. And did that only come because of you fully surrendering, you know? Like, do you recognize that you gave your life to God, and now there's something so new? I see it in you. I think a lot of people do.
Yeah. I feel like if God were to say one thing to me when I get to the heaven gates now, is welcome home. I never really felt like I was worthy of his glory and stuff like that, and I never really felt like he would be proud of me. But the things that I'm doing is like, I know that he's proud of me because of the people that are around me that are proud of me. It's like, for a long time I didn't really make a lot of people proud. Like, just seeing that my family and everybody sees a difference in me, I know that God also sees a difference in me. And it's like he's allowing them to look at me through his eyes, you know. So I feel like if God were to look at me now, he'd say, good job, you know, like, you're doing good, keep going. For a long time,
you feel like you have a purpose.
Yeah.
You feel like you have a calling. You feel connected to God now.
Yeah, more than ever.
Yeah,
more than ever. And
that took some sacrifice, right? Like, you had to give some things up.
I was fully committed to God, but still saying that since I'm committed to God, there's certain things that I'm okay with doing because he knows where my heart is. And yes, he knew where my heart was, but he knew that there was also some things that I had to give up. And just recently, I fully gave those things up, and my life has completely changed.
Yeah.
Like, completely changed. I'm doing a lot more for the Lord than I could, and I'm being more secure about it. Like, for a long time, like, I felt like I couldn't go talk about Jesus because I still had those certain things that I was like going towards, you know what I'm saying? So like, I felt like, oh, who am I to spread the truth because of who I am? But now, if I go out, I could talk to anybody and everybody because of the things that I was able to give up and he was able to take away. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like one thing he'd say is he's proud of me, keep going, and you're more than what you thought you were. You know, like you're a better person than what you thought you were, and just because you have a couple mistakes doesn't mean that you're too far gone for forgiveness.
Because of him in you, you're still worthy. You're still good.
That's what his grace is. I'm not. You're never too far gone for forgiveness. Never.
And you know, I just want to say, it's really beautiful because when I first surrendered fully to the Lord told me that it wasn't going to be just for me, that it was going to be for my family.
Yeah.
So even watching this happen with my brother and seeing him grow in the Lord and fully surrender and just walk in all that God has for him, it's confirmation to me that God is with me. And I'm so proud of you. and I love you, and everything that we've been through, and what I shared on the last podcast. If you didn't check that out, go check that out. But and now with him, it's like, just surrender to God. Yeah, just give it all to God.
It's crazy that's literally all you need to do.
You know I am yours, and then you're just saved, and everything
just
sense.
Comes and like falls perfectly in line afterwards. Like recently, like everything that I've ever prayed for is being handed to me, and it's not to like be like, oh, look at me, I'm getting handed all these blessings. It's
He cares for
look you. Look at what you did. Now I'm gonna. He made a covenant to us. You know, he made a promise to us that if we do and live by him, then he will take care of us fully. And that's what he's doing. Everything that I ever prayed for is coming exactly in the time that I needed it, in the right place that I needed it. You know what I'm saying? Is all I did was one thing: give my heart to the Lord.
Yeah.
One thing. And then continue to do so each and every day. The more you do it, the more he gives. The more you give away, the more you will receive. Simple as that.
Yeah. And even when he doesn't give you what you want, you know that
it's all in his will.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I thought was so powerful about it too. Is like I realize now that I thought that he was like bullying me and picking on me for not giving me what I asked, but what I was asking for just wasn't of his will.
That's so good, Eric.
It's
That's
like
really
it's like at the end of the day, it's like I was asking for like
caring about your own desires,
either lustful things or vanity or anything like materialistic things or secular things. I was like, oh, you know, like praying for stuff like that, and I realize now is like he wasn't picking on me, he wasn't bullying me, he wasn't not answering my prayers. He's saving me from the things that would have destroyed me that I was praying for.
Yeah.
And now it's like I don't pray for nothing. I pray for God's will to be done, and you know, and like,
and you get all these blessings.
And it happens. Like I mean, I don't pray for nothing.
I know what you mean.
But like, I don't sit here and pray for certain things like I used to, or like I just pray for the strength to keep going, the guidance, and lead me in the direction that I need to take a walk in. If I need a word, I pray for a word, and then guess what? When you talk to God, he talks to you. Hey, I talked to God, he talked to me.
He said, boy, just walk with me.
What I'm about to give you, you're going to think you won the lottery. And that's really how it feels. Like, you really feel like you won the lottery when you go to God. Even though you might not have the biggest house or the nicest car, you have the one and only God right in your corner.
Amen.
You know.
That's so good, Eric. By the way, that was one of my brother's songs.
My first song ever, actually.
Yeah, tell us about it. Sing a little more. Sing, rap. Sorry, don't want to offend you.
Let's see. My favorite part of that song is now look, see, I'm the living proof that Jesus saved us sinners too. If you give your all to him, he give it all right back to you. So you don't got no excuse. You could put me right to use. I just want to save the people that don't. He could do, yeah. And I don't know.
So good.
It's hard without a beat.
I love it. I'm going to put all of his, I guess you're on all music platforms.
All platforms. E3 Chozen with a Z.
Yeah, E3 Chozen. It'll be linked. And, you know, I'm so proud of you, Eric. Keep pressing in. There's so much more. That's what's beautiful, you know. And I know you see the things he's doing around you, and that's just proof. There's always more, and he's going to keep working in your life and keep blessing you and using you. And it's just beautiful to watch as we surrender our lives, what God does with our lives, you know. It's his life to begin with. We try to take control and we mess it up, but
when you have your own plans, they don't go accordingly, but when you follow his plan, it's exactly what needs to happen.
It's perfect. So we just pray that you guys are really touched by what we shared today, that you know that when you put your life in the hands of God, that really honestly nothing can go wrong. He wants what's best for you. He cares about you. I just want to encourage all of you to lay down the things that you hold on to, and that there's so much more for us. And I just pray that the Lord continues blessing my brother and moving him closer to him. And we just ask that his will be done. His will be done for all of us. We thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you guys next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you for having me.
Love you.
Love you, too. Dang, shoulder popped like crazy.